Hello, and welcome aboard this conversation with an extraordinary traveller. Buckle up your seatbelt, place your tray table upright, and store your luggage in the overhead compartment as we're ready to take off with Traveller's World. Luisa, tell us about all your travels and what inspired you to travel the world.
Oh, okay. I started when I was young, way back in the Philippines when I was born during the Second World War, and yes, and I just turned 80 this year.
Congratulations! And you're still traveling.
And I'm still traveling. Last year I finished my 79. When I was 17, I finished 193 country in Serbia. And I was a little bit excitement because not only did I finish my 193 country, it was a big surprise because I didn't realize it. I was, dreaming of finishing my to see the whole country in the world, and it turned out to be also I become a sensation overnight. So it was a big surprise, which I did not even dream about it at all in my life, that it will happen to me someday, that I will be all over the world, people will recognize me.
What's the most amazing place or person that you've met or visited on your travels?
The amazing people, I think the people that I met in each country, and each one of them, have given me so much the variety of, different things, like helping me, and some of them, were a little bit interesting, and I learned so much from them, and they teach about their cultures and all those things that really amazes me, in my trip.
Having visited the 193 countries, nations in the world, declared by the UN as all the countries, is there one country that you felt was least welcoming and not the safest?
Well, I think the last country that I visited was Somalia, and it's everybody say it's kind of dangerous, and which we went, but we were guarded by military soldiers, And the thing about it, it's true. It's a little bit dangerous because after we visited in Mogadishu, after 2 days there was a suicide bomber and that killed 8 people. So it's something that could happen anytime. And that was the one that I feel that was a little bit unsafe, After we heard about it, I said, well, we're lucky, And also it was a very difficult place to visit because it takes a lot of time to on the road. We get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and then we start at 3 o'clock, and it's a long, maybe 5-6 hours of driving. So when we reach to the destination, then we have to go on top of the hills, and it's rocky, and another 2 hours, another 3 hours, another 2 hours to come back. And I said, I don't think I can make it, So with a lot of encouragement from the security guard and my guide, he said, oh, you can do it, you can do it. I said, well, I look at it, I said, oh my God, it's going to be difficult, especially my age, But I said, okay, I will try. He said, if you cannot finish it, then we're going to carry you. I said, no way you're going to carry me. He said, don't worry, because we're 8 of us here, and we're strong men, We will just, take turns to take you down, I said, okay. I said, no. I said, I'm still going to try. And I made it, and it made me so happy, It was very difficult, challenging trip, As I think that was one of the most challenging.
Is there a place that you visited that has moved you to tears? Tears of joy or tears of sadness?
Yes, there's a lot of, one place that I think that I enjoy more was in Ethiopia, It was a very unusual place, and it's very interesting. And there was places there, and also some. I've seen so many, people. Of course, there are poor people that are, starving and all these things that we went, to did not exactly visit, and I feel so sad, and because they were so malnutrition, those are the things that really make me, almost in tears, to see those children that are almost, have no food that we have visited, and some orphanages.
What about the happiest moment of your travels?
I enjoy is, I think, doing something different, like when I did the skydive, and I was.
You did skydiving?
Yes, at the age of 77.
Where was that?
That was in Dubai, and my doctor doesn't want me to jump. And I said, no jumping. And I said, oh, no, please, doctor, it's on my bucket list, please let me do. Because when you reach 70, they don't let you, you have to sign clearance from your doctor. And then I said, oh, I didn't know about it. And so I gave it the papers to my dad. He didn't want to sign it. And I said, what happened? The secretary said, oh, he doesn't want you to jump. So I said, I have to go and talk to him. So he said, you better come to the office and talk to him, and I kind of, said that it's on my bucket list. And then he told me that, no, Luisa, you can't, because some health issue. Then I said to him, you know what, don't worry, I will sign a waiver, if you sign this, I sign that you're not responsible. So he thought about it. I said, do you really want to do it? I said, sure, So that's how we ended up signing the paper.
Having traveled the world, where is home now for you?
Home is in Miami. Yes, I was born in the Philippines, but I got adapted to the weather, the food, in Miami because I feel at home, We feel like all the food, fruits, and everything, And of course, the culture there is similar to us too.
Louise, with all the travel that you do, you're away from home a lot. How does that impact on family and relationships?
It's not easy because I'm a single mom. That's the reason why it took me a 6 decade to finish up. Because in the beginning, I was a student. So when I finished my school, I couldn't go out of the country because I was on exchange and they would allow me, to change my status. And then finally, I was able to apply for a green card, but it was very difficult, it was not easy. But with perseverance that I need to, to change my status, I was able to do it. But it took me another 10 years to get my green card. So I couldn't go out of the country. So what I did is I just did some tours in the United States, and do backpacking. I was young at that time, and I just keep on, every time that I have some time off from work, I just visited, every states, and that's what I did. Or sometimes I go out of the country, but I always find a way, to go out. It has to be like emergency. Sometimes I have to lie, something happened,
Traveling every nation in the world, what are the logistical challenges that you've been faced with?
Oh, the most difficult is getting visa. A lot of times, it takes a big processing about sending passport, getting visa, takes so much time, And it wasn't easy because especially with the way we travel, we want to go from not only one country, maybe we will like to combine 2 or 3 several countries, so.
And you're going off mainstream tourism. You're going to these most amazing, rare places that people travel. That's challenging,
Challenging,
isn't it?
yeah, because you have to know how to get there logistically and how, all these things you have to make planning, And it's not like saying, go to, some other places that, like, let's say you go to Italy, then everything is okay to travel. But when you go to, especially in Africa, very challenging. And also, when I went to the South Pacific, it was also very difficult because of the weather changes. There was a typhoon, so a lot of cancellation, and it's become like a domino effect because if we travel to one place and there's a typhoon, then we got canceled and we cannot go to the other. So we cancel, and it's become more expensive because we have to pay another new ticket, non-refundable. So that time when we thought that our plan for 2 months to go to South Pacific, everything will be good, but with the weather, with typhoon in Guam, so it got interrupted, and we have to, last minute think where we're gonna go next, so we backtrack, and we have to buy new ticket, and then we didn't finish it, so we have to come back again on my last country in the South Pacific. Yeah.
World cuisine and all the tastes. What's your favorite?
Taste. Oh, I love. First of all, of course, in my country, I love our food, local food, and then here in Thailand, that's another one that I enjoy coming here because I love the food, the fruits. And then when I go to Europe, Italy is one of my favorite country. I love the Italian cuisine. Yeah. So those are the places. And Chinese. I love Chinese food. I go to China a lot.
Wow. What advice would you give to a mature person who might be watching or listening to this at home or in a car, and they have a passion and desire to travel, but they're a bit fearful? What would you say to them?
I would say don't be afraid. Just go and don't miss any opportunity. If you have an opportunity now or time, just go. Don't wait for anybody because sometimes, opportunity only comes once and it might never happen again. So just keep going, Don't wait for anyone.
Luisa, you're an inspiration.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us today at Traveller's World, and keep on traveling.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure to be here.
Cut.